Hello everyone, we're continuing with the main story. Also, I will be doing the new cards as well, but I need to wait until my appropriate attire is here, because I ordered 2 hanfus. Unbeknownst to anyone, a small flower delivery truck sits at the end of the aerial tunnel's frontage road. The vehicle blends into its surroundings. Jeremiah's movements have reached a level that's beyond my comprehension. I've heard of space warp technology, but I always thought it was nothing more than a theory. Something for the distant future. I feel a little nervous. I would be too. Like, will my head also be able to go through this warp? But that anxiety quickly recedes like a tide when I hear a poorly stifled yawn. From Xavier? Oh, he's such a cutie! Xavier, I can't believe you're sleepy right now. Don't you feel on edge?
Who's too nervous?
We're about to do a space warp.
It's more like jumping. It sounds impressive, but
It's actually really impressive.
Jeremiah takes a break from his work to chime in. Xavier turns his head back.
don't listen to him. He's just bragging. This isn't a real space warp. There are too many conditions it can't meet. You can imagine it as an elevator that's slightly faster than usual. We just don't know which floor it'll stop at.
That's kinda scary. I'm somewhat stunned. Is it really just an elevator?
Range safety measures are in place, and the emergency brakes are functional. Everything's ready. What about you guys?
The windows, rearview mirror decorations, sturdy leaves, and delicate flower petals begin to vibrate at the same rate. Something sounded off. Jeremiah's hand pauses in midair, his gaze sweeping over each of us. Although he appears slightly tense, he's not too anxious. In the silence, he presses his lips together and activates the vehicle's warp drive. Let's go! A loud hum bursts forth from within me, and it almost instantly blurs my consciousness. All my senses are in turmoil. My body and soul are thrown into chaos. At that moment, a hand quickly grasps mine. My trembling heart settles and allows my consciousness to flow freely. He's so caring. He's like, it's gonna be okay. Hopefully all our body parts will follow through in this warp. Invisible forces draw upon pure energy born from unnothingness. They twist time and space. They accumulate and condense. Okay, that's the same. A giant star's death builds the framework for this energy. A collision in a binary star system strengthens its form. Seems like we are seeing something, or is it happening outwardly? A wave of meteorite bombardment covers it with an outer shell. Finally, a faint fluctuation from cosmic strings sends it into orbit. After being incubated for hundreds of millions of years, it takes on the appearance of a young planet. Where? MC, where did we end up? Or is it like memories? Or maybe she is traveling back and forth and then we'll be at the same place that everyone else is at? I hear thumping. The birth of the universe, its flourishing growth, decline and eventual collapse into an ether core play in an endless loop. It's a cycle of perpetual renewal. Light and dust flicker as they flow past. At first, it's impossible to tell whether I'm moving forward or backward, ascending or descending. It's as if my consciousness is being swept along a river. It converges in the torrent until it falls into the vast ocean of the cosmos. At that moment, the flowing universe calms and reaches a complete standstill. Can we look around? Is anyone else here with us? It's the perfect time to wake up. Or it was only during the warp session. The restraints on my consciousness return bit by bit. Scattered thoughts and confused, fragmented memories are picked up and restored one by one. Okay, this is kind of scary if we're here all alone. I remember who I am, and I know with certainty that I haven't fallen into the universe because my body is about to collapse this time. Was that because of the space warp? Everything in my periphery is still, and the universe is frozen in this moment. The past, present, and future converge like countless rivers meeting at the same point. Time loses its meaning, and everything throughout eternity unfolds within my consciousness. Huh? In that moment of a thought flashing, something establishes a connection with me. It's a hollow planet. I look toward it. When I see the dying planet whose energy has been depleted, everything begins to flow. Like Philos? Massive artificial satellites sweep across nearby orbits. At the same time, a bright speck of light rises from the planet. Without any hesitation, it plunges into the torrent of space-time. It looks familiar to me. That's a ring-shaped ship. It's Traceback. Traceback 2, actually. Wow, so she's peeking into the past. Okay. Converging past. Oh my gosh. This is interesting. I see Traceback 2's starting point, and I also see every moment after it began its journey. Is Xavier in there? Repeating his name in my heart, I fall toward that ring-shaped ship. It's as if I'm descending into the river of time where it exists. The rising bubbles transform into stars of various sizes and scatter, and the ship's outline rapidly becomes clear. The scars on the spaceship's hull, that I had seen aren't there yet. The compartments that were broken in my memory are now bustling with life. This is what they looked like during their mission. The small spaceship's portholes frame several scenes of varying activity. On the cluttered workbench are equipment of various sizes, some familiar and some not. They sit in piles. I've seen traces of them at Jeremiah's place. Two sisters who look alike are polishing their comrades' badges, the gleaming metal sparkling brilliantly in their hands. Five or six people wearing the same uniform gather in the center. They're animatedly discussing something while looking at several holographic star charts with overlapping galaxies. So she's like having an out-of-body experience. Something similar to that, because they don't seem to be seeing her. In the distance, regularly blinking panels and instruments displays run smoothly. Their faint light occasionally illuminating a distant figure. Their uniforms. I feel like I wore one myself. I watch the backtrackers from another space-time as if they're part of a vivid, lifelike silent film. Most of them are people I never met before, so why do I feel a sense of familiarity? The crowd around the holographic shards is suddenly agitated. I suppress my quickened heartbeat and move closer to the porthole. I can make out certain faces among them. Xavier, Jeremiah. Oh! What? Jeremiah, Søren, Isaiah. Isaiah, let's pick him. In the center are two figures, and one of them seems to be Isaiah. We probably can pick all of them. Probably, hopefully. Why does he look like he just got into a fight? Why am I not surprised? Following his gaze, I see Jeremiah's smug face. Oh! It really is a predictable matchup. What about Xavier? Where is he? I don't see him anywhere. As if in an omniscient dream, my consciousness guides me as I float along the exterior of Traceback 2. It's like she's just a soul drifting. In the farthest window, I finally see a familiar figure. Bunny! Is it him? It has to be! Come on, Xavier! Yeah! I love this outfit so much! The distance between the portholes is so great that he appears to be alone from the outside. He's away from the crowd located at the other end of the spaceship. I love the iridescent, like, plasticky part. But this doesn't make him seem lonely. He's watching the commotion, and everyone is held within his gaze. Their relationships were really good back then. What happened? A gaze that transcended time and space is like dark matter. Even when it intrudes upon the world within the portholes, no one should notice it. But that figure wearing light-colored clothing suddenly gets up and walks toward the window. Xavier. As if we didn't know! My racing heart is seemingly pounding against my eardrums. As he moves closer, I unconsciously shift to the porthole as well. I don't know what my current form is. I only want to press my hand against his palm as it rests on the other side of the window. This is rather romantic, y'all. In the main story, I love it. Touch. In that moment, those eyes that have already seen everything look out. His peaceful gaze is endless. I don't know if my figure is reflected in his eyes, or maybe the countless stars in deep space cover his vision. Space shakes violently, my consciousness grows hazy, and I only feel myself being pulled backward. I fall onto something soft. Please be Xavier's lap! Please be Xavier's lap! Okay. That's my wish. This is a seat? A vehicle compartment. The spacecraft overlaps with the Philo delivery truck that's filled with flowers. My palm touches a window. It's not a porthole. It's the window of a truck. Everything instantly becomes real. Has the cosmic consciousness convergence ended? What? As if confirming my thoughts, the compartment keeps shaking. My consciousness withdraws from the emptiness of space at an increasingly fast pace. Dang, we're not in the safety of Xavier's lap. I can't help but feel a surge of urgency. I look toward my periphery. I want to see what lies at the end of the current where Traceback 2 is located. I don't think I'd see a destroyed planet there. I didn't think I'd see a destroyed planet there. It's Earth! A certain voice rings out in my consciousness. That is Traceback 2's destination, and it's what will become of the current Lincoln in the near future. Now that is interesting. Whatever will we do? In the backtracking torrent, the Earth's core flows with light once again. It continuously swallows the energy that had escaped. Oh, that's pretty. The tectonic plates that had already disintegrated are being pulled in the opposite direction. The planet's condition is being reversed. Among all this, a streak of silver light rushes toward a massive vortex formed by dust, meteorites, and planetary debris. Feel like I'm being hypnotized. At last, it's buried deep within the reformed planet. Wow, that looks cool. How could this have happened? Didn't Traceback 2 reach Earth? Panic grips my heart. My gaze moves away and Traceback 2 travels quietly through deep space. I see Xavier turn, and the cosmic fluctuation detector behind him receives a new signal. Oh my god, I love this outfit. It's impossible to know what he saw. All worries sink into the sea of consciousness, and lucidity once again distances itself from me. I, above the familiar Earth, saw myself. The me on Earth is looking through the truck compartment's barrier to gaze at the void above. Meanwhile, the me in the air is rapidly falling. So it's like it's happening simultaneously. I see the image of myself reflected in my eyes. The familiar giant eye that once devoured me. Is it the same eye that we've seen, like, in the beginning of the main story? Once the observer's vision leaves the cosmos, the changes don't stop. The space-time current that Traceback 2 is traveling on, along with countless other currents, whose origins can't be seen, has arrived at the same turning point. This is a turning point outside the natural order. Thus, their direction is changed. A predetermined future shatters. The air twists, a rift appears, and it spits out a small truck. A barrier opens just in time. It catches the vehicle half a second before it lands, which prevents everything and everyone from being smashed into pieces. That's lucky. And we've seen this before, haven't we? Yeah.
Great! It was a safe landing. Whoa! Our spaceship?
The place we landed at is none other than the depths of No Hunt Zone number 42. We're next to Traceback 2. The hazy sounds of amazement intensify my dizziness. I blink, and the first thing I feel is the hand I'm gripping for some reason. Xavier? Have we finished warping? Xavier tightly held both my hands this whole time.
Can you hear me?
I'm okay.
Do you feel dizzy or nauseous?
Xavier.
Yeah, it's me.
I feel all better now! What I'm leaning against changes from a truck door into something warmer and softer. Then the door opens, and the scent of the forest rushes in. For one whole minute, I'm reacquainted with myself, and let Xavier come back into focus. But she did realize something with this warp. She has memories that she didn't know of. It feels like a lifetime ago. And he's like, yes, for real. Still slightly overlapping with those images, he approaches me. Warm fingers gently brush against the area near my eye. If only she knew. The evening breeze stirs, the slight coolness on my moistened face is exposed. Xavier looks surprised. The other two figures, who are more blurry, stop in front of the truck. They don't approach. Jeremiah and Isaiah? Hopefully Isaiah will say something funny.
I blame you for this. Your driving skills are just as terrible as your swordsmanship.
He only throwing insults.
I...
The faint sounds of conversations are far away, but Xavier is very quiet. The quieter it gets, the more disoriented I feel. Unsure of what to do next, I move my fingers and subconsciously loosen my grip. But nothing happens. The hand I'm holding onto is unwilling to cooperate. He has no way of knowing that I somehow missed making eye contact with him across the cosmos, but he's holding me tightly. My heart, deafened by overwhelming chaos, can finally hear the call of consciousness again. I shudder and hold him back with a firm grip.
Before the space warp happened, your evil was out of control. Do you remember?
A little. The ether core's energy must have surged.
You weren't in the best shape. If I hadn't held on to you.
Uh-oh. He pauses, then he gently pats my head to replace those unsaid words.
You are not hurt or anything?
I feel much better. I'm just a little tired. No, I'm very, very tired.
Weightlessness, dizziness, sensory integration issues, partial memory loss, all of them are possible, but they're only temporary. I should have told you some tips for adapting to interstellar warps beforehand. They might have helped.
Oh, he's so caring. He's so wonderful.
I know. We'll make Soren pay for this, too.
Yes, I agree. In the end, I'm so exhausted that I lose the ability to think. Faint on Xavier. Before falling asleep, the last thing I remember is me leaning against Xavier's shoulder. I listen to his slow breathing. That reality I had retrieved. It makes me want to cry. Must have been really overwhelming. Because she saw that past and was like, it's like these are my memories. So she feels overwhelmed. Traces of betrayal. The heaviness of my heartbeat pounds against my chest as I struggle to tear away the haze before my eyes. Oh, I like this melody! Y'all, all the melodies. Seemingly enlarged, Xavier's face sways in my vision. I want to reach out and touch him, but I can only uncurl my fingers. So cute! So cute, so cute, so cute! This is romantic! Xavier notices this and leans down. He playfully nuzzles my hand with the tip of his nose. Romance in the main story, yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling much better now that you are here. He's so close. Even simple words have the power to make me happy. Xavier isn't separated by the torrential space-time, beyond my reach. How long was I out?
Less than 6 hours. The recovery chamber's data says your evil has stabilized. Once your fatigue fades, you should be okay.
He supports my shoulders and helps me sit up.
The people trying to intercept us are probably still investigating the tunnel. The commotion we created should be enough to delay them for a while. Jeremiah's fixing his truck. He says he wants to shorten the miniature warp distance so it can be used for flower delivery across city blocks. So there's no need to worry. You can focus on resting until dawn.
Oh,
Sounds good.
no. You. No way. Stay away from... Oh,
Right now I'm lying in the Traceback 2's recovery chamber. Xavier is by my side while Jeremiah and Isaiah are outside fixing the truck. A fragment of a memory once dormant slowly stirs. Feelings that emerged in the cosmic consciousness surge again. I was once one of them. Together we shared a thrilling cosmic adventure. The cosmic coordinates Traceback 2 originally had. Where were they exactly? Did something unexpected happen before you arrived? The unexpected question causes Xavier's expression to falter slightly, and his hand on my shoulder tightens in response.
What did you figure out?
I force myself to raise my arm and grab Xavier's fingers. I saw that you were supposed to arrive at an Earth as it stood on the threshold of destruction. But you're all alive and Earth is fine. Was I seeing things? As I ramble, the surprise in Xavier's eyes gradually fades. He squeezes my fingers as he continues questioning me. Maybe it was a glimpse of the future.
What else did you see?
All the backtrackers, Jeremiah and Isaiah, were fighting, and there was someone who reminded me of Søren. I also spotted people I had never seen before.
What
So
about
if it's
me?
the future? We saw you too! He turns and sits down. With a more serious expression, he lowers his gaze. I asked you about an important matter. We saw you, Xavier!
I also asked you about an important matter. You saw all of them. So what about me?
I understand, of course, that this gentle questioning is his unique way of reassuring me. Fortunately, he really is safe and sound. I pull myself out of that overwhelming panic, squeeze his fingers and clear my throat. I saw you, but it seemed like you didn't fit in. It took me a while to find you. Why were you by yourself near the control panel? Were you too intimidating? Everyone was too scared to hang out with you? Or was there two paths converging? Or futures
It
converging?
should have been my turn to be on duty. Otherwise, I would have stepped in when Isaiah and Jeremiah were fighting.
You'd break up their spat?
I'd remind them that comrades who fight get punished. So if they were going to brawl, they might as well make it count. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it.
You're devious, Xavier. No wonder you stayed so far away. You enjoyed the show. He was keeping notes.
Aside from
1-0
their
to
fight and
Jeremiah.
typical tomfoolery, did you see anything else? It sounds like the backtrackers are a disorganized group of misfits.
You know how no one sees your work. You work hard, but you get caught when you slack off? It's a universal law. True. Besides, I didn't bother to look at anyone else once I found you. Xavier tilts his head slightly, as if his curiosity has been satisfied. He finally seems willing to answer my original question.
During our backtracking, I received cosmic fluctuations. The source of their transmission was unknown.
Was it like the signal from deep space that we received in 2034? Xavier freezes for a moment. Then his expression suddenly softens, his smile carrying a profound meaning that's difficult to read.
Maybe. Although their source couldn't be traced, They weren't difficult to decode. I'm very familiar with the encryption method. They sent coordinates that were similar but different from the ones we originally had. At the time, I wasn't sure what that meant. For certain reasons, we decided to change coordinates at the last minute. The landing time ended up being a bit more off than expected.
How much?
A little over 200 years.
My eyes widen as I stare at his face. I blink once, then twice. I thought I understood you enough already, but I never expected...
It wasn't that big a deal. 200 years is just a small ripple in the endless river of time.
What happened after that? What were you supposed to do once you landed on an unfamiliar planet in the wrong time period? Good question.
I should clarify something first. Whether it's a journey with time travel or a displacement of 200 years, both are already in the past. You don't need to worry about the hardships we've already endured.
I look at the silent damage traced back to. Its voyage crossed the barriers of time and space and carried grand, heavy ideals. The backtrackers who escaped fate's crash once greatly cherished it. What made them have the resolve to leave it behind? Great question, MC. For someone who's eager to change something, 200 years would feel like a long time. Xavier doesn't comment on that. Instead, he holds my hand and stands up. He's like, everything will be alright.
Better? I want to take you somewhere.
Where are we going? The deep, inky darkness is diluted, even though the horizon hasn't broken free from the merged silhouettes of distant mountains and dense forests. At least the night isn't as dark anymore. This is getting very interesting. Xavier brings me to the back of the spaceship. Scars cover the hull and tangled exposed cables hang like sinews. He pushes the vines aside and opens the small hatch door hidden underneath. There's an internal network composed of chips. Okay.
This is Traceback 2's energy transmission system module. What you're seeing makes up roughly 3/1000ths of the entire system. If there isn't enough energy to power it, the spaceship will lose propulsion. Over those 200 years, repairing the spaceship became everyone's primary concern when we realized that achieving our goal would require careful, long-term planning.
He takes my hand and places it on the delicate panel.
Use your evil to sense it.
Resonate. The transmission system suddenly turns on. It rapidly consumes my energy, but the process of converting kinetic energy as well as the transmission isn't smooth. It's like a pipeline with too many breaks. The loss during transmission is very high. Is it because of the damage?
It's the opposite.
His large hand covers mine, and the calluses from wielding a sword brush against my skin. They carry the solemnity of two people drawing a blade together. Xavier lowers his gaze and silently releases his evil. I immediately follow suit. Following his guidance, I detect traces that I couldn't find before. I sense several classes of evil, but the residual energy is already very faint. These are...
It's the power of other backtrackers. This part of the transmission system has the least amount of damage. At the time, we decided to prioritize repairing it. What you're seeing is the result of that.
A warmth flows into my heart along with his explanation. I gently touch the transmission system with newfound reverence and try to expand my detection range. It works. Now that it's several square meters wide, the evils I can sense become more numerous. Some are intense, others are gentle. Each seemingly has a different personality, just like their owners. I like that.
033034 in Section G is almost fully repaired. The next phase. If we continue to supply our all that awaits us is failure.
Can we try again, please? Hey, you're leaving too?
This doesn't involve just one person. The spaceship, it affects everyone. Your orders, I won't accept. What did...
Those moments in time have been preserved by the transmission system as energy. They appear as hollow pieces of amber in places where the light illuminates them. The backtrackers once gathered here to repair the massive Traceback 2, and it was this place where they left traces of them parting ways. I think the backtracker stories are fascinating.
They fought one day. Afterward, half of the people who had been repairing the ship gave up. Later on, several more among that group left. Fewer people stayed behind. And after a very, very long time, it became what you see now.
Fragments of light drift like dust from the vines he brushes aside. As the night wind rises, they scatter and land on the grass. Faint light pours down from behind us. Our shadows are cast on the damaged surface of Traceback 2. They bring an energy fluctuation. Sensing something, I turn and look toward the east. The morning sunlight rips open a line along the distant horizon, and the towering structures in that area cast long shadows. Once our eyes adjust to the light, we realize it's a magnificent giant sword standing upright. It's as if it cleaved heaven and earth. Is it that sword? The holy sword of the goddess. Exactly, that sword. Okay, next chapter. Gonna get some water and then we'll continue. Holy sword of the goddess. Gotcha. Let's continue. The holy sword of the goddess. Edge of No Hunt Zone 39.
It wasn't there last night. It just appeared out of nowhere this morning.
What is it? A mirage?
Morning light bathes the boundary between the city and no hunt zone number 39. It illuminates the metal fence that's in front of the seclusion barrier and the old plaza. The crowd isn't gathered to gawk at the ruined streetscape from the old Wanderer attack. They're staring at the towering sword-shaped monument that seems to have appeared out of thin air, like an anomaly.
It materialized earlier than expected.
While we were rushing over from no hunt zone number 42, the panic triggered by the Holy Sword's appearance had been brewing for an hour. Outside the no hunt zone that's been closed off, onlookers surround the area. Xavier and I wave through them. We move closer to the seclusion barrier.
The anti-tracking devices I gave you were just thrown together, but they should still work. The only downside is the limited battery life. You have 5 hours at most. You better work fast.
Got it, but getting a closer look might be a little tricky. It's daytime and everyone will be watching. Before I can finish, Xavier pulls me toward the stationed evil police officers and flashes a vintage-style wallet.
Hello, I'm the hunter who was sent to investigate the situation. This is my partner.
In the blink of an eye, we're inside the perimeter.
What were you talking to Jeremiah about?
Nothing. I just forgot I have official clearance to enter and exit no hunt zones. We've either been hunted down or forced into hiding these past few days. Everything is a mess. This is all Søren's fault. When we get to him! Søren, you're gonna have a lot to explain.
He has a mountain of debts on him. I doubt he's sleeping as soundly as we are.
What did you show the officers anyway? Your hunter ID? Or money?
Yeah, my hunter credentials. Huh?
The old wallet is open. Xavier's calm expression suddenly changes. What did you show?
It's my Bunny's Hot Pot membership card.
Your Bunny's Hot Pot membership card? Is that what you showed him? And the officer was like, yeah, you can go through. All bunnies can go through. We stare at the beaming rabbit mascot for a few seconds. Then we decide to move on. That's so cute! Oh, such a Xavier thing. Passing by the damaged buildings within the no-hunt zone, the asphalt road under us is slowly replaced with pristine white stone slabs. I can't get it out of my head! This is the complete holy sword of the goddess. Unlike the phantoms I've seen before, the solid statue stands before me. It's solemn and graceful like a reverent queen. Queen as in us. What's going on? As soon as my consciousness wavers, dizziness strikes me.
Are you determined to do 1,000 strikes? You fulfill every request our teacher makes. I don't want you to become another's knight. I can choose not to become king. You can choose not to join the Lightseekers, who answer only to the royal family.
She's like, this is my past. These are my memories! That was me and Xavier. A gentle breeze sweeps through the grass, and my vision refocuses. Xavier stands beneath the giant sword. his palm pressed against the blade. As if transported back to that ancient time, he bows his head and silently recites something. Or maybe he's performing a ritual. Another gust sweeps across the ground. He opens his eyes and returns to his familiar demeanor.
This is...
A faint light is peeled away from the monument. It flows into Xavier's palm. Without the light's concealment, the scratches on the statue's surface become visible.
they're new.
Move. Did Wanderers from the No Hunt Zone do this? Wait, Wanderers haven't appeared in No Hunt Zone number 39 for a long time. Oh, Xavier, look. There's a way-leaf sea lavender. Familiar yet somehow different. A cluster of small blue flowers grows close to its base. I reach out to touch them, but the petals wilt and disappear as soon as my fingertips reaches them. An anomaly? What? Fluctuations? What?
Watch out.
The unexpected turn of events shatters the tranquility. Xavier pulls me back, his light blade ready to strike.
Something's off. No.
Yeah.
This descended piece of Philos isn't right. Can you sense the energy fluctuations?
Resonate. This is weird. There are abnormal fluctuations behind the monument. It's like the huge magnetic field overlap I sensed before.
That means the statue's appearance is only the beginning. Maybe you'll see Astria Night Academy.
That name sounds familiar! Light shines as Xavier uses his blade instead of his finger to gently touch the vines on the statue. This is gonna be interesting. It's as if he punctured a static illusion. The vines rapidly shrivel up under his sword. They turn into smoke and dust in the blink of an eye.
This isn't good. The forcibly transplanted Philos is withering.
Are you saying... Xavier crouches down and runs his hand over the slabs. The slabs we're on. This palm is covered with a layer of light-colored dust.
Without its original energy from the cosmos, everything on the planet will only decay faster. We once theorized this could happen.
And it is now?
The Flux Nexus in No Hunt Zone number 39 has already been destroyed, yet the Holy Sword of the Goddess still appeared.
So something is wrong? I'm afraid only Søren knows the truth. Xavier narrows his eyes as he looks at the wilted way-leaf sea lavender at his feet. Just when I believe he might be thinking of finding Søren by himself again, he closes his eyes. Then he looks up and softly speaks to me.
Let's go. Soren is in a good hiding place. We won't be able to locate him immediately.
You're right. We need an upper hand. How did you know I was worried about
You're
that?
gripping my hand tight. It wasn't hard to figure out.
No details. He's missing no details. Of course he knows. He always knows.
There's no point in staying here any longer. Let's get going. We'll think of something.
These 5 men always remember the smallest details about MC. I love that. That's how it should be. When we return, the crowd of onlookers has only grown larger. They're seizing up Xavier and me. The hunters on duty have arrived. I step forward to explain the situation to my colleagues and the evil police. Evil police? That's it, more or less. I recommend avoiding the area for now. Keep your distance while maintaining a high-level security presence. The latest energy data has already been uploaded. Let's wait for the association's analysis before considering the next course of action. After saying goodbye, I turn to call Xavier so that we can leave, but I see him staring at the crowd. What's the matter?
I saw a familiar face.
A backtracker? I move toward the checkpoint. I'm not sure if I should call for backup. Who was it? Is it somebody we know?
I know
of?
who it is. He's not allied with Zoran.
That's good!
Let's circle around and grab him.
Are we gonna kidnap him? Xavier and I split up and blend into the crowd. We follow its flow to sneakily approach the backtracker. I don't know if he's gonna be on our side, if he or she is gonna be on our side if we sneak up on them. Just as we're closing in, the person senses something, quickly pulls down his hat, and turns to walk away. We've been spotted.
Get ready to ambush him.
Layers of people obstruct my line of sight. I struggle to push through the gaps as I chase after him. But whenever I'm about to catch up, I become unfocused for a moment.
Stay at least 6 meters away. Keep your distance. He's a psychic class evolver. Get too close and there's a chance he could paralyze your brain or make you go blind.
And I won't be able to see Xavier? He's strong. The backtracker quickly realizes we're keeping our distance and decides to use the crowd as cover to make his escape. Just as I'm about to close in, strong metaflux suddenly falls. My concentration scatters. A wanderer? No. The scale of this metaflux. Space is torn apart as several menacing figures fall. Wanderers lunge toward the civilians who have collapsed. I can't worry about the backtracker now. I immediately call the evil police and let them evacuate the civilians. Then I raise my gun. Is it time to fight? Beside me, he flashes and vanishes. In the blink of an eye, the blade has already sliced the wanderer's claws. But what surprises me even more is the person who appears later is standing in front of the civilians. It's that backtracker.
I'll handle this side.
An unfamiliar composed voice comes from Xavier's side. It's like an old phone call that took years to connect. Oh! Fighting time! Fighting time. Okay. I'm too lazy to reconnect the phone and get the full display. So we're just gonna do it like this. And I'm just gonna have it on auto. We'll see how good we do. I mean, these cards I haven't really leveled up. I don't have any protocors on them either.
I'm sleepy.
So,
let's get this
enjoy the view! Oh! Xavier said he's sleepy. Maybe Maybe we'll do even better
Here
now.
we go. My turn.
Are you
Let's
okay?
go, let's go!
I was just careless.
Y'all,
I'm not afraid.
our MC is so freaking cool.
Be careful not to get hit.
Love her.
I'm here.
I kinda miss hearing her voice.
Pay attention to its moves.
How about you guys? I really miss hearing her MC.
It's time.
Here we
The enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
I mean, it's fun, like reading the dialogues by myself as well.
Light, shine down upon me.
But
Here I come. Watch out.
at
It's
some
getting
points,
back up.
I'm like,
Seems to
I
have
want to
changed
hear
its
her
moves.
voice too.
Xavier!
Like if there was an option,
Be careful not to get hit.
if there was an option to do that,
Are you okay? It's time.
that would be nice.
Here we go.
I don't know why there's just like
Xavier.
some parts that are voiced and others aren't.
My turn. Light, shine down upon me.
Let's move.
I won't
Yay!
lose to you.
It doesn't make it less enjoyable,
I am not afraid.
since I do like to read, and that's also how my English will, you know, get better,
time.
develop.
Here we go. Go back to the pit you came from.
Talking is usually good. Reading and talking,
My turn.
for sure. Watching media in a language that you want to learn as well.
Can you keep up? I wasn't worried.
We did it.
Let's see. Oh, 90 seconds. We didn't get that one. Okay. Next time. Maybe if I don't do auto. Bang. The tall, thin backtracker is pushed through the doorway. We caught you! I follow Xavier and take a moment to glance at the small sign hanging on the door. No worries, agency. It sounds like an organization that takes money to solve problems. Yes! That's funny though. Upon entering, I see the decor is just like the stuff you'd see in the offices of old TV dramas. Simple yet refreshing. They carried a faint... Oops. It's formal and not what I had imagined. Very vintage. Xavier locks the door and acts more like the owner of the office rather than the actual owner.
Sullivan, has Soren contacted you recently?
Sullivan, okay.
It's been ages since we last saw each other. Do you have anything else to say?
The holy sword of the goddess manifested here. We don't know what will appear next. Now's not the time for a heart-to-heart. Has Soren contacted you?
No.
What about the 4 people you're close to?
One chose Soren in the end.
As the Rainbow Runners
who was
prefect
that?
and resource coordinator for the Backtrackers, your data integration abilities shouldn't have deteriorated, right?
What are you trying to say?
Xavier doesn't respond. Instead, he turns and begins surveying the small office. He stops before a corkboard covered with photos.
Back then, Traceback 2 landed at a space-time anchor point that was outside the margin of error. The first plan was immediately scrapped. After the second plan was agreed upon, we spent 20 years searching for suitable magnetic field points and planted 53 flux nexuses.
I haven't forgotten. That was to detect Earth's energy flow, so we could immediately detect the formation of an ether core. Unfortunately, as soon as the Chrono Rift catastrophe appeared, all our plans were ruined. Those flux nexuses could only be shut down.
What if I said that the flux nexuses weren't actually turned off? Rather, they were changed to serve another purpose.
Oh, then they can be changed again. Pinching the corner of a photo between his fingertips, Xavier runs his thumb over the blurry, frayed image. It appears to be a group of young people wearing matching uniforms. They're standing before the Holy Sword when it was still pristine. It's like the sword is some kind of doomsday.
Are you saying the Holy Sword of the Goddess
Telling.
appeared because Soren modified the flux nexuses?
Some of the ones you set up may have been modified as well. Back then, to ensure the plan wasn't leaked, each person only knew the locations of the anchor points they set up, and the map showing all the anchor points is hidden in your psychically sealed compartment. I need that map.
Can we have it, mister? What was that? Sullivan, who has been confrontational with Xavier, lets out a hearty laugh and plops his tense self onto the sofa.
I already
Is
left
that
the
a yes?
backtrackers, Captain. I swore never to interfere with any backtrackers.
Xavier takes down a map of Lincoln City and spreads it out in front of Sullivan.
Just mark the anchor points in Lincoln. That'll do.
Think of me as an aging old man. I can no longer chase the dreams of my youth.
That old photo is pushed across the map.
Sure. After all, you're willing to let them be buried in the dream you abandoned.
The cold sneer Sullivan forced onto his face immediately crumbles, and he looks away with an icy expression.
You think that will make me come back crying and ensure I swear my loyalty to you again? You're too...
Save the complaints for next time. Assuming there is one anyway.
This is the second time Xavier has interrupted him. I'm nervous because I rarely see him emanate an intimidating aura. With that kind of attitude, I can only hope Sullivan doesn't get angry and side with Soren out of spite.
The holy sword of the goddess has appeared. Doesn't that mean Soren's plan might succeed? The holy sword of the goddess was the first to manifest, which proves he remembers the oath we swore before it. He's staying true to himself. Shouldn't you be happy?
But his actions are tearing Philos apart, which will accelerate the death of the planet.
What?
He lost his mind. Have you also gone mad?
You
What
tell
do you
him,
mean
Xavier.
he's tearing Philos apart?
Xavier extends his hand, clenches his fist, and grey dust particles fall in front of Sullivan. This is what's happening. This is the reality now. The falling dust shatters the serenity in Sullivan's gaze. He leaps up from the sofa. At least he's taking it seriously.
The Philos that's being transferred through a magnetic field overlap is the same Philos in our memories. But it won't be for long. He modified the flux nexuses to perform an energy traction. To be more specific, he used the RMFMA's spatial overlap principles as a basis for cutting and transplanting Philos. Unlike the planet transplantation we theorized, this method will cause the fragments of Philos to lose their original energy when they arrive on Earth. What he's bringing isn't Philos, but rather the broken corpse of a lifeless planet. The decay of the holy sword of the goddess has only just begun.
The grey dust sits as a thin layer on the table. It's so fragile that it doesn't need wind or rain to disperse. Sullivan's hands tremble. He wants to touch the dust particles, but doesn't dare to get close.
Our everlasting statue. As long as Philos stands, it will never fall.
Heavy silence fills the room. It presses down on everything. No one dares to breathe. I notice a soft sigh that Xavier hid behind his calm words. It's so gentle, as if he's afraid of disturbing
This
something.
is what you left with me back then.
He takes out a familiar badge from his pocket and places it beside the dust from the monument.
Now, using my authority as Xavier, I invite you once again, be my vice captain.
There's a stack of neatly arranged forms on the desk. They match the office's interior. The note looks new and seems to be a request form for lost items. What are we focusing on, MC? Mr. Yang, Building 12, Unit 102, urgently seeking a melodious laughing thrush that flew away from the backyard at noon.
I hope that melodious laughing thrush hasn't wandered too far. Let's go.
I guess we can trust Sullivan? I mean, if Xavier trusts him, I think we can trust him. Right and wrong is the next chapter. I like this interior. The streets outside the window are a blur as the hastily repaired truck carries us toward the other side of the city.
You ran into old Sully? He opened an agency? He's doing work for his neighborhood?
I'm not surprised. He's a people-pleasing bootlicker. And he has a forgettable face, too.
Quiet.
Oh my god, Isaiah! He just keeps on like, fire, fire,
Before
fire,
meeting up
fire.
with you, we visited 3 locations where I remembered flux nexuses had been planted.
But
2
he's
of
so
them
funny.
showed no activity, but we removed them just to be safe. The 3rd one we collected was at Triumph Avenue. The street in front of our academy had manifested. That was the first time I saw it so deserted. There wasn't a soul around.
No one being present is a good thing.
Seeing Jeremiah's confusion, I sigh as well and give him a short recap of the conversation between Xavier and Sullivan.
The Holy Sword is deteriorating. The wavy leaf sea lavender is withering. These are all signs that point to the planet's energy being drained.
And we're scared!
But it shouldn't happen this quickly. Transplanted planets do experience a phase where their energy is taken away, but the new energy should be enough to sustain them through this transition.
Earth's ether core hasn't fully matured yet. It can't meet the requirements to support Philos. The second plan requires an ether core that matures when Earth collapses. Then Earth's energy won't be directly siphoned if people start appearing in the magnetic field overlap.
As silence falls over the truck, the clamor of Lincoln officially waking up drifts in. It's mingled with the sounds of rush hour traffic. I never get to hear
Soren did a
rush hour
calculation. Even with planet transplantation, people still have a 53% chance of surviving the process. That's 1% higher than the chance of doing a successful backtracking.
I think His Highness, the Crown Prince knockoff, is missing Soren again.
Knockoff!
This isn't an experiment. It's a gamble.
When you first proposed the concept of backtracking, how many people supported you, Xavier?
Ooh.
80% of people thought you were joking, and the remaining 20% thought you were insane.
How do you know that, Isaiah? How do you know?
Do you even remember how many times your backtracking experiments failed?
What about it? Huh?
It was okay for you to fail again and again, but when it's someone else's turn, it becomes a gamble? Is it because you're the Crown Prince, so you get special privileges?
It's not really that, Isaiah. It's just because he feels like he can gamble with himself, but not with others. Isaiah, I like him. He's so bold. He's so straightforward. So as a
Those
character...
who only ever think about power always seem to see that fault in others.
Isaiah?
Since you can fail 100 times, Xavier, other people should be allowed to fail 99 times.
Look at his smug face.
Let's look at Philos' situation and assume that letting 1 million people die could save 1.01 million people. You should know what the correct choice is.
The truck turns at an intersection. Jeremiah slams on the brakes and stops the vehicle in a deserted corner. He grits his teeth as he glares at Isaiah. Oh, he about to jump him!
Now I understand how that human-eating planet and the royal family that upholds it came to be. You stand in the clouds at 10,000 meters. 1 million people look like densely packed grains of sand beneath your feet. They mean nothing to you. But I stand on the ground. So let me tell you that they're people just like us. Each and every one of them.
Yes, tell him!
They each have a name. They're not a string of numbers.
Exactly.
In other words, we let everyone die together while chanting all lives are equal?
If anyone needs to be sacrificed, it should be scum like you who don't see people as humans.
We can change, Isaiah! The two start scoffing as if they're competing. I seize the opportunity to interrupt them before they can continue. Which one should I pick? I'll just... Have you ever thought about Earth? Does our planet need to die?
Earth's collapse during the apocalypse is inevitable. Why should we worry about Earth if we can't even save Philos?
Okay, you two should stop arguing. Listening to your spat is giving me a headache. Although it's funny. And I believe people can change. So Isaiah, let's go. For a moment, only the engine's vibrations remain. Xavier taps Jeremiah's chair.
Operation Backtrack's first choice was to take the planetary core, which only forms when a planet is dying. It's like taking organs that are still viable from a dying person's body and transplanting them into someone who needs them. When we made that decision, we knew how great the risk of landing during a planet's destruction would be. We might get caught in cosmic winds that form because of the energy. Or we might be annihilated along with the fracturing tectonic plates. But the reason why every backtracker agreed to it? We refused to survive by sacrificing some to save others. So even if we needed other planets' planetary cores, we had to wait until the planet died. Philos' new future can't involve endless sacrifice again.
Exactly. He knows it too well. His gaze, sharp and intense beneath a calm surface, is directed toward the rear-view mirror. It's as if he can peer into the hearts of his two former teammates through it. He can. He's a very emotionally
Should we ever reach a
intelligent
moment
person.
when sacrifice becomes necessary, we only have the right to sacrifice ourselves. We don't decide who lives or dies. So, this topic lacks the necessity for discussion on a fundamental level.
Yeah.
Backtrackers will be sacrificed. The backtrackers who risk being destroyed along with the planet are essentially sacrificed, right? You're planning to use one final sacrifice to turn the situation around. This better not be you! This is the true nature underneath the backtrackers' madness. The journey they've embarked on is one without blessings, a potential dead end leading to their lives vanishing in the vast cosmos.
We're gambling everything. But I also said I'd bring them home. The second plan is still viable. However, external thorns won't be the only obstacles. There's also...
the human heart. Xavier lowers his gaze. Maybe nothing can shake his resolve, but what about the others? Who would have thought that even this abandoned park in the old quarter had a flux nexus for years? Fortunately, the energy in the area is stable, and the flux nexus shows no signs of modification. After removing it, our search is interrupted. Who's interrupting?
The flux nexuses we were aware of are just these. What about the others?
Both our Hunter's watches receive emergency alerts at the same time. Xavier and I look at each other. Something bad is about to happen. Oh, I'm nervous! The warning from the association says abnormal magnetic fields in multiple locations across Lincoln City have simultaneously exceeded the safety threshold. Y'all, shit is going down!
Soren started moving quickly.
Why is he rushing? He's never been this impatient before.
Tell him to go to sleep! I'll report to Captain Jenna first about how to deal with the abnormal magnetic fields.
Other hunters can remove the flux nexuses by using the Association's weapons. If all of them work together, we should be able to suppress these abnormal magnetic fields. As for the remaining flux nexuses...
Can't you drag Sullivan here like you did with me? You could have given out an order, forced him to help, or even threatened him.
Those methods would have failed.
See, he's here! He's...
To hear that as soon as I show up, I'm starting to question whether or not I made the right choice.
An unexpected figure approaches. He stands out under the sunlight. Annoyed, Sullivan glares at Isaiah and hands over a neatly folded map.
Take it before I change my mind.
The stunned silence lasts for a moment. Xavier steps forward first, his gaze lingering briefly on his badge. A hint of a smile appears at the corner of his mouth.
Since you're here, I won't give you the chance to change your mind.
Oh my gosh. They're such a funny trio. Xavier, Jeremiah, and Isaiah. What? Raphael is calling me!
The choir's last rehearsal is finally over. Now we can wait for tonight's official performance.
The vocal coach they invited, were you strict?
I didn't get a chance, cutie, and it's your fault.
Me?
They're all amateurs for this Azure's Echo Day concert. Most of the members have other jobs. They're students, researchers. Even one of your colleagues rushed in after saving the world from who knows what. He was still wearing his uniform.
Xavier?
As soon as I saw him, I thought of you. So I couldn't be professional when I met the choir.
Did Mr. Raphael quickly become friends with everyone?
I adjusted my approach. People who are in a formal concert hall for the first time often struggle to perform at their usual level. My primary task was to help them overcome their anxiety.
How did you
I had
do
a
that?
burst of inspiration, of course. The perfect remedy was sitting in the audience.
Are you referring to the special guest?
You're a smart cookie as always. Many performers use music to express emotions they can't put into words. It's not a competition where they'll be judged. It's kinda like giving a gift.
I think I understand now. The person giving a gift usually isn't nervous. They're more excited about the moment when the recipient unwraps it.
I was able to empathize quickly thanks to you. After the choir's performance, don't immediately get out of your seat. You also get a gift to unwrap. After everyone leaves, the remaining time will be reserved for one special audience member.
Do I get to unwrap Raphael? Let me guess, the performer is Raphael
He'll perform
himself.
a secret song that's not in the program. And, spoiler alert, it's a Lemurian love song. The original lyrics are passionate and bold, but considering some curious students might stay to listen, he adapted it to be more subtle.
I want to hear both versions.
Then return to White Sand Bay with me after the performance. I'll sing those passionate, explicit lyrics only for you.
Okay. Well, Caleb! Okay.
The Coelum Express isn't experiencing any delays.
Is everyone gonna call me?
I finished my work, so I'm leaving Fleet HQ right now.
It's not. You just need to wait for me to arrive on time for our date.
Let me give you a heads up. Skyhaven doesn't have the exact same festive atmosphere as Lincoln City.
That's fine. For my Azure's Echo Day Essentials list, Caleb is the only name on there.
Understood, Colonel. As soon as you get off the train, you'll see me holding flowers.
Huh? Didn't you say
I ordered
you
the
just left
flowers
HQ?
in advance. They were delivered to my office.
Won't they attract a lot of attention?
I did sense all sorts of furtive gazes on my way out. But since it was me, very few turned their heads to stare.
The fleet's aesthetics are at odds with Azure Echo's.
They know who I'm gonna meet, so they'll get used to it sooner or later. I made a reservation at a restaurant, and their signature dish is on Skyhaven's must-try food list. You'll like it.
On my way here, I noticed how the restaurants in Lincoln are hosting special events for Azure's Echo Day. Oop, my cat just woke up. Look into your lover's eyes for 30 seconds and enjoy a special discount.
Doesn't that remind you of when we used to pretend to be a couple?
Our rapport was so good that the shopkeepers never suspected a thing. Come to think of it, you were definitely enjoying yourself back then. And you were too.
What's wrong with working well together? It was to let a certain greedy calico get what she wanted. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what those discounts actually were. I only recall the events being very touching. Although I feel nostalgic, what we have now is much better. We don't need excuses anymore. And we're not pretending. We have a genuine relationship, you know? Unfortunately, the restaurant we're going to doesn't have such a thoughtful activity. And even though there's no discount, I'd still like us to do that 30-second staring thing. It's a request.
I can stare for hours, okay? Days, if you want to.
We can save it for after dinner or later in the evening. We can do it whenever you want.
Xavier! Hold on. I need to go to my cat. Continuing with Echo. And I missed Xavier's call, Zane's call, and Silas's call. But you know, my cat is very important to me as well. From that point on, no one wastes another word. Their attention is focused on the map Xavier spread out. I feel worried about where this story is going to come to
The 6 flux
an end.
nexuses in the southeastern region match up with the abnormal magnetic fields the Association detected. We've already investigated the central area. What's left is the southwestern corner and this northern region.
Wait, the flux nexuses to the north seem to be concentrated.
We've calculated the detection points for Earth's energy flows. The northern areas in Lincoln City are dominant zones. As far as I'm aware, at least 3 backtrackers have planted flux nexuses in this region.
Isn't that no hunt zone number 39, where the holy sword of the goddess stands? No wonder a large magnetic field is still present.
If I may, the magnetic field around the holy sword is like the largest putrefied area on a flower petal. If that was the only one, the flower would take 3 days to wither. But if other putrefied areas appear, they'll rapidly connect into a decaying network. The time it'll take for them to wither will be significantly decreased.
Cut to the chase. How much time do we have?
Jeremiah opens his phone and runs calculations using a temporarily constructed magnetic field data network. I wonder where
3
the
hours.
kindled moment will be. 3 hours?
We need to destroy the real flux nexuses that are around the holy sword within 3 hours. To ensure it goes smoothly, we have to prevent other putrefied areas from appearing.
3 hours isn't enough. We can't even get into the magnetic field overlap behind the holy sword right now.
You're talking about that large magnetic field? Why not? So we got 3 hours.
The holy sword is massive. I figured it'd need a lot of energy to materialize, so I took some time to collect data on it. But the system failed to do that. It could only monitor environmental energy around the magnetic field's perimeter and some disrupted anomalous data.
By utilizing the spatial reconstruction characteristics of reflected magnetic field energy analyzers, we can create magnetic field barriers. It was only speculation back then, but it seems to have been confirmed. Whether it's the RMFMA or the flux nexuses with modified protocores, they're all part of Soren's experiments.
That guy has gotten more determined since he went insane.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with this hypocrite.
Magnetic field stabilizers are part of a monitoring network spanning all of Lincoln City. We need the Hunters Association system.
I get it. Xavier shares his highest level clearance with me once again.
Use these credentials to synchronize and mark the locations of the remaining flux nexuses in the stabilizer system. Tell Jenna and the Association to prioritize destroying the places that match the anomalous magnetic field patterns. The remaining ones...
I'll lead a team to eliminate them.
Jeremiah and Isaiah will go with you. I'll deal with the magnetic field barrier.
Even though I haven't figured out what Xavier will do, I grab his wrist. You're not allowed to be reckless.
Don't worry. The situation is unclear, so I won't exhaust myself on the first go.
What's your plan?
No matter how advanced Soren's technology is, it can only utilize Earth's current energy limits. But there's still one place where power from Philos exists.
Don't tell me it's...
Xavier, what are you trying to do? I knew it. The more normal someone seems, the more insane they actually are.
I'm going with you no matter what.
Okay.
Even during the day, No Hunt Zone number 42 is shrouded in dark clouds. In a flash, Xavier appears above the wreckage of Traceback 2, with me in his arms. The exposed transmission system is visible under our feet. I knew he was talking about Traceback 2. Pressing. Xavier gets down on one knee and traces the damaged edges. Oh. The central panel lights up. It's okay, I already did that in one card. Energy particles separate from the air and converge into streams of light before finally condensing into a brilliant blue cube.
This is the power source that supplies energy to Traceback 2's transmission system, Echo. Powering a massive vessel requires 12 of these operating in a rotation.
Do we have 12?
Our preparations took a very long time because we had to manufacture enough Echo units. We even mobilized all available resources. Unfortunately, 11 of them suffered severe damage in the final backtrack. This one was preserved the best when we landed.
Are there resources on Earth that can repair it?
Some parts can be replaced, but for the most important component, the materials here aren't good enough. Echo can convert evil energy into power, and a sufficiently strong evil can also activate Echo. If we were still on Philos, we'd only need a few evolvers to restart it. But here... On Philos, an evolver's evil energy and life force are one and the same. Using your evil means you're consuming your own life for power. On Earth, we're displaced in time and space. The energy we consume can't be regenerated. With the current state of our evols, we can't do it.
He clenches his hand into a fist and presses it against the spaceship's rusted hull. In other words, the one we have now is your last hope for restarting Traceback 2.
But it will never have a chance to awaken again.
The rotating blue cube occasionally releases drifting energy particles, and Xavier gently grabs it. It's like he's holding a weak heart that's still beating. Xavier. The broken portholes hang and reflect the bustling crowd the spaceship once carried, and there was that young man sitting alone beyond the lamplight. I really like how Infold are telling these stories. It quietly visits this distant planet. During a quiet spring, a knight's boots step onto unfamiliar yet soft earth. People appeared for it, surrounded it, poured everything into it, and then they left it behind, one by one. On nights when silver waterfalls cascade, empty syringes roll and fall, someone once curled up in its pod. I'm scared! Where is this story going? Dreams keep it close to its homeland. I'm worried that something will happen to Xavier. And thank you all for not spoiling anything. Y'all have been so careful. Good night. Xavier, are you really going to use up the spaceship's remaining energy?
This is the only way.
I know, but I'm not asking about Xavier's decision. I'm asking Xavier's heart. I take Xavier's wrist and places it against his chest. It's obvious. It doesn't want to do this. He freezes, only his heartbeat that's transmitted through bone and flesh pulses in sync with Echo's flickering blue light.
The Backtrackers are a group seeking death, and Traceback 2 is their ferry. It's harsh, but we didn't deny that assessment, not even once. Every Backtracker knew it was a chariot carrying idealists to victory, or a coffin burying those lost in delusions. At least this isn't our most desperate hour yet. It still has the chance to uphold a knight's honor, to spend its final moments in battle. It's willing.
I guide his hand down to gently grasp the blue cube. I feel the faint energy particles flowing across our palms. When we were caught in Suren's trap, we managed to escape because of this. Can we spend a little more time with it? 5 minutes?
Of course.
No Hunt Zone number 42's lush expanse stretches out as we sit side by side. We let the forest breeze wash over us. The past few days keep turning over in my mind, and I find myself grabbing the moments that stand out to me. The badge you left for Sullivan looks a lot like the one I saw on Isaiah.
They're badges from the Order of Lightseekers. The stars on Isaiah's badge represent the Star Hunters, and the arc on Sullivan's represents the Rainbow Runners. All the Backtrackers were part of the Order of Lightseekers, and most members of the Order of Lightseekers were students from Astria Knight Academy.
That name is familiar for some reason, and she said this before as well. In the memories that came back to me at the Holy Sword of the Goddess, I think I was one of them! If all Backtrackers were part of the Orders of Lightseekers, then Isaiah really was wearing their uniform?
Yeah.
That explains why he treasures it so much. It's a shame I never got to see you wear your knight's attire.
Jeremiah made a few new sets. According to him, they're perfect replicas. There might still be a chance.
His skills are incredibly versatile. I can't believe he can even make clothes.
Quite a few people used to go to him for repairs. Isaiah's outfit was well preserved because of him. Some of our comrades were skilled at maintaining our badges. They'd polish them until they shined. Sullivan's Evol was remarkably effective at treating insomnia. Everyone called him the Sandman behind his back.
Ha! Morpheus! Haha, who would have thought his powerful Evol could be used like that? Scenes from that brief encounter spring to life. Through his stories, the faces I glimpse through, the porthole become real one by one. So now you know, MC. As I try to imagine their time together, I can't help but smile. Yet my heart is heavy with emotion. Oh, mine too! What is gonna happen? How did the backtrackers end up like this? Xavier shakes his head, as if he shares the same confusion. It's also like he's using the gesture to suppress certain feelings once more.
On a ship that could never reach the shore, the food ran out. Someone said they were willing to sacrifice themselves to keep everyone going. I told them to abandon ship, even if it was temporary.
They wouldn't accept it.
It was the ship carrying them in their search for humanity's only hope. All the while they bore every curse, every ounce of scorn.
Leaves drift on the wind. Xavier catches one, pulls it between his fingers for a moment, and then lets it return to the breeze. Maybe he let things go like that before and allowed those close to him to walk away.
The arguments grew heated, and someone accidentally damaged Echo. I didn't stop it in time, and the backtrackers fell apart starting at that moment.
It's not your fault. But that's how those evil energy wound up there. But your evil was in the deepest layer, and Echo wasn't completely damaged. You protected it. Why didn't you tell the other backtrackers? You could have said that it was possible to repair the spaceship.
Very few people can fight against the passage of time and guard an uncertain future.
In the end, only you remained. And you're the person who advised everyone to abandon the ship while continuing to watch over Traceback 2.
I wasn't alone for long, though. After I discovered what Jeremiah was doing to the spaceship, I stopped repairing it. The necessary materials were already scarce to begin with. He took more parts, and I could only fix so much.
I wish you lived as freely as Jeremiah, even if it was just for one day.
Aren't I already doing that?
Being able to go wherever you want isn't freedom. Following your heart is. Take right now, for instance. Xavier, do you dare to say you're not sad? There are no backtrackers here, no knights. You're not anyone's captain. You also have the right to be sad. You can grieve. Y'all, I'm gonna cry. His body tenses for a moment before pulling away from my shoulder. He takes the only warmth in the wind with him. For some reason, I hold back the urge to turn around and look. Because she's gonna cry if she does.
My heart knows retreat isn't an option. I won't hesitate nor have any regrets. I will take Echo. But
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry! He hugs me from behind, his warmth seeps through our clothes. We press against my shoulder blades. I'm okay! I'm okay! I'm okay! I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
I want your forgiveness.
No, please. There's nothing to say sorry for. There's nothing to forgive. I bite my lip. I'm grateful that I didn't turn around. He doesn't need to see the tears welling up in my eyes. Oh my god. No one, not even me, has the right to forgive you. If a mission requires you to shoulder everything for everyone and forge ahead relentlessly, then the person who gave you that order should be responsible for you. Take Echo. This is an order. Take Echo. This is my decision, and this is an order I'm giving to you. My memories are somewhat hazy, but I know we fought side by side on Philos. And so much more. Maybe we were close, or maybe we also parted ways. Oh my god, you couldn't even imagine. Oh my god, and the way he looks away. But right now, I'm here. I'm by your side. Since taking Echo is the only option, this is a decision we're making together. You won't accept it?
How could I not? Since we made this choice, let's say goodbye to Echo together.
The wind has stopped at some point, and the forest falls into absolute silence. Xavier supports me as we reach into the deepest part of the spaceship system. Light swirls around us as eval recognition mechanism activate to give us access. The massive vessel beneath our feet emits a gentle hum. The giant beast that has slumbered for ages slowly stirs to life. Y'all, this scene. Oh.
The silence system has been activated. The countdown is 90 minutes. As per subsystem commands, farewell mode will now be initiated. Compiling data. It's been a long time, Captain. The vital signs monitoring system shows that nearly 3/4 of the backtrackers are still alive. I'm glad. In 88 minutes and 39 seconds, I will join Traceback 1's remaining cables and enter eternal silence mode. For humans, farewells are always heavy, but please do not gaze upon extinguished stars. Someday, when time no longer exists, new stars will rise from where the old ones fell. Good night, backtrackers. Good night, universe.
Oh my gosh! A challenge! Wait. There are gonna be chapters after? Oh, now we can pick my main here. My Rafayel. He's super strong, okay? He's super strong. So this should take probably a couple of seconds. Depending on how many enemies there are. So just sit back and relax. Oh my gosh, that last scene there with Xavier. I think we're gonna have like a chapter after this.
Doesn't tolerate insults or sacrilege.
Or we have to go
Shall descend
to the other chapter. I think there was 4.
Raphael.
I saw correctly.
I hear you.
Good job.
Back up. Let's see
but
what
we still haven't gotten the kindled moment with Xavier.
The tide's judgment
Shall descend here.
ripples in a breeze.
A drop in the
A
ocean.
couple of seconds. Yay! And all the crystals are mine. I really do need crystals because I have none. Did I pull a lot? Yes, I am at 285 pulls. Thank you. And I have Raphael, I have Caleb, I have Xavier, I have Zane. I got Zane from the crate. And Raphael decided to show up again instead of Silas, so...
The sea doesn't tolerate insults or sacrilege.
I'll see if I continue to pull for Silas. Like, I really love an ancient Chinese banner. Like, that was the one thing I did not need right now. Because then is Raphael's birthday, and then we have maybe a Xavier solo, and then after that, Caleb Smith! And then after that, Spring Banner, and then after that, Caleb's birthday? Like, I'm not even gonna have time to farm! Like, guys, I am farming. Yes, I am farming. But like, if I'm not lucky with my pulls, then it doesn't matter. Oh well. A step closer to the VIP box, right?
The sea doesn't tolerate insults or sacrilege.
And the new box will have Caleb as well.
These waters,
I know that the first box didn't have Caleb, so for me it's better to get it now.
A drop in the ocean.
It goes so fast. But Raphael is the strongest one. Also, are we gonna get... okay, and then we have next. Okay, no more chapters. I'm wondering if we're gonna get, like, more anecdotes. I mean, there's still stuff missing for Caleb and Silas. So I'm hoping that we'll get those. We'll continue with this another time. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye!